it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans, and today I have a little bit different of a video coming at you. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen that I basically had a series of mishaps with my camera this week and lost all the footage for my spread in my EC from last week, and as well I had like an issue when I recorded my B6 plan with me for today, so I don't have either of those, but I'm going to show you both of those spreads. But I also thought this would be a good opportunity to check in and show you what is going on with my planner system. You can probably see I have a lot of planners on my desk right now, and how I have been using them and how I'm going to be using them. So I have some really fun things coming up. So we can just jump in with my Erin Condren first, and then I will get into these traveler's notebooks. So this is the week that I missed in my Erin Condren. This was the first thing I shot with my new camera setup, and the first like half of the video was way overexposed, and I was just gonna really speed it up, and then I ended up losing the whole last half of the week because I deleted it by accident. So I just gave up on that. But honestly, this week was like, even though it looks so beautiful, this kit is the Scribble Prints Co Jessica kit, which is that bloomsicle mermaid art, and I just think this is so cute. I used a ton of silver foil, do a little Viv wiggle, but I just like had a really just truly awful week. Basically everyone in the house was sick. I was sick a little bit. The baby was sick a little bit. My daughter was super sick, and my husband was sick. Fortunately, it wasn't like all exactly at the same time, but like basically this week was just like an absolute nightmare. So even though the kit looks gorgeous, this was just like disaster city over here. Finally by the weekend, although my husband was sick this weekend, and it was Father's Day, which is really a shame, but finally my daughter was feeling better, and I was feeling a lot better, and except for my back, but which I hurt, but other than that, yeah. So this does look so pretty. I just had to share it. So this is my Erin Condren hourly. I am going to talk about the planner system, and I have been using this pretty much the same way, well, exactly as the same way as a vertical, with like 3 sections for the past couple weeks, and before that even with 2 sections, pretty much just using it as a vertical, using all of the full boxes from a kit. Like, how gorgeous are these? Very decorative. And this, I do like a set of pre-planning in here, but then I also plan as I go and do like a tiny bit of memory keeping in here. So this is my second to last week in this planner. Actually, I am going to be moving to a vertical, which I did get a new vertical. That's this one right here. I did haul this. It's just a vertical neutral for 1 year, and I'm going to be just doing this same style of planning in here. But I don't want to abandon this planner. This one does go through December. So when I go back to work in September, I will be going back to like my more work style of planning. So this is a spread from March when I was still at work, so before on maternity leave, but this is still very decorative, and I'm going to be paring this back a lot and just really more using this, like just some washi, some basic stickers, and more using this for work through December, and see how I like that, because I have a lot of like scheduled things at my job, like meetings and things like that, and just due dates in general. So I'm gonna still need an hourly planner then, even though I don't need it now. And in the meantime, because I don't go back to work, I actually thought I would use this for like a little bit of baby schedule tracking, just like super basic, just washi and some pens and stuff, just to like kind of track like the kids' naps and my son's naps, which I've really fallen off on tracking that, and I really do feel like it helps a lot. So I am gonna try and do some more tracking on that. I have 1 more week in here before the next planner starts, but then in July, I'll start with that. And then I haven't exactly decided what I'm gonna do with the monthly calendar. I've just been using that as like a regular calendar, except for this was like a very unbusy month, so not too much going on. So I'm not sure about that, but I was thinking I might do like a full on memory spread. Everybody hates the circles notes pages, but I really don't. I kind of like them, and I do memory keeping on this. I put pictures of the kids in these circles, which is why I'm not going to show you a used one, and then I just do some journaling here on like the month and just like a little phrase down here. If you've watched my monthly Pam with me's, there's like a setup for this. It just got everything except for like my actual memories and the pictures. So I might keep going with the notes pages in here because I make those stickers myself, and I've already made them for July and August. So I think I'll at least keep going with that. But I may just try and I use like a line a day, which I'll show you on my traveler's notebook. So I may do some more memory keeping on the calendars. In the new Erin Condren. This, I think when I go back to work, I'll switch this over to being like a work calendar, obviously, because this is going to be my work planner for the rest of the year. But that way I'll make it to the end of the year in this planner, even though won't all be the same system. And then I'll still have this, which I'm going to do. I don't want to do like, I've seen those videos where they do like one sticker a day for like each a memory. So I don't think I want to go full on like that, but I think I want to do like some memory highlights in here with like a little bit of like pre-planning, appointment-y, that kind of stuff. So we'll see. July is actually a super busy month, so we'll see how it looks. And I'm probably going to save the plan with me for July in here until the end of the month, so you can see everything all finished out versus my B6, which I'll show in the beginning of the month. So then if you have been watching my channel, so let me just give you one last look at the beautiful Jessica kit. I used headers or date covers from Rose Colored Days, and as well the foil headers are from Rose Colored Days. I also use Scribble Prints Co glitter headers. These aren't the glitter headers that came with the kit, but I did think that they matched perfectly. They were from the same sheet that I just had from a grab bag. And then as usual, I've got some stuff from Hello Petite Paper. I've got my custom script words from Station Stickers, some other foil from Simply Watercolor Co. So if you've seen my plan with me's before, pretty much it's the same kind of deal that I do every week. Some munchkins from Once More with Love, so nothing too crazy. But like I said, this week was just like pretty much awful. So I'm happy it's a new week, and hopefully this week goes better than next week. And I will have, hopefully, fingers crossed that nothing goes wrong, I will have a plan with me in this that will be out next Monday. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you may recognize this guy. He hasn't been on camera for a minute, but this is my old B5 bullet journal. So it is a very similar size to the Erin Condren. It's just like actually a little bit bigger. It's a B5 size notebook, which is 7 by 10, and this is my original like bullet journal. And this was like my ultimate functionality thing while I was working. So I really just like lived in this. This was a thing that I watercolored in my planner. For the beginning, I have some collections in here, and I actually have still been adding collections in here. So that's what I've been mainly using this for right now. We'll show you one collection that I have that was like pretty popular is I have a weekly kit tracker. So these are all the sticker kits that I own, and they're numbered, and I started at the beginning of the year, and then I check them off as I use them, and I put the dates. I was color swatching them, but I just lost track of color swatching them, and honestly the color swatching doesn't really help me that much, so I've decided not to color swatch them anymore. And then I just cross them out if I destash them, and I check them off as I use them. This is why I'm on a kit no spend right now. Oh my gosh, and it's like doesn't even go that well. I tell myself I'm on a kit no spend. But so anyway, so this is one of my popular collections in here, and this is like where I do like the planning of like the flow of them, like what numbers I'm gonna use, and then I keep them all filed with the numbers and generally in number order, although the next few weeks I will just pull out in advance. So that is my kit tracking system. I've gotten a lot of use out of this spread. As you can see, I'm running out of space, and I will continue this onto another page later in the book once I do that, and then I'll just add that page into the index. The next few collections were like the house and furniture. I didn't really keep up with that, although truthfully we have not bought nursery furniture yet, so that is actually accurate, but I haven't really kept up with this. The getting crafty section, I didn't really keep up with this. I've read books this year, not a lot, but a few. So I had some goals that I set for myself, and then I had like my regular monthly stuff that I would do. So like I said, when I was working, I really just lived in this a lot, and there's some things that I miss about this, like my YouTube tracker and all that stuff, but if I'm not in this planner every day, it doesn't work to have it in here. So I am going to be putting some of that stuff into my B6. And what I've been using this for now is like just as I have new large collections, things that I don't need to see every day, that's what's going in here. So, so I started making this summer. We're going on an extended vacation, as you probably know if you watch this channel. So I have like a summer prep list that's going on in here. And then as well, the other thing that I had added in here, well, I was trying to do some Llama's Love lettering as well. Where is it? Oh, and I made like a spread about my summer video planner because I'm trying to pre-film a lot of things for while we're away. Not like my weekly plan with me's, but like other stuff, like all my TN setups and everything like that. I'm trying to get done before we leave. And then as well, I have, I made some notes about my new planner system that I'm going to be using. So that's what I've been using this for. So this book is still in use. I do absolutely love this. This is a Zen Art notebook. It's very reasonably priced. I think it's $12.95 on Amazon. I will link it. The paper quality is really, really great. And the cover is like buttery soft. It's not like super hard like the way a Scribbles That Matter is. It's more soft. So if you are someone that likes a hard cover, this isn't going to be for you, but I really love it. And it's like a really beautiful, nice faux leather. So next up I have my pocket. This is not going to be changing. I mean, she is due for a new setup, although I love this setup and I love, I'm so obsessed with this for a new flower, honestly. And I was like super worried about having this on here because this comes with me everywhere. It gets thrown in my diaper bag. I'm not always super gentle with it. And this and the Studio Signet bookmark have both held up perfectly. So I did not need to be worried. So this is a Foxy Fix Pink Peppercorn. It is a pocket size, which is a number 2 on the Foxy Fix scale, which is like 3x5. So it's basically the size of an index card. And what I have in here is my actual wallet. So that I just have like this really cheap wallet insert that I picked up on Amazon for like 10 bucks. And I'm not gonna open it because it has my credit cards in it and everything. So that is the main thing that's in here. And then as well, I have 2 inserts in here. One is just a perpetual calendar, and it is from 1407 Planners. I had one in here that I had made myself before, but I didn't really like it. So I just picked this up during one of their last sales, and it's just like an undated perpetual calendar. So I actually haven't started this yet. I'm going to start this for in July, and I can just use this if I need to like jot things down on the go as far as meetings are. Sorry if there's a little bit of background noise. Apparently they're mowing my lawn right now. But anyway, I just use this, like if I am out and I book an appointment, I can write it down in here, or if I need to like look at dates, I can write it down in here. So I am gonna get this set up for July, so you will see that in my next setup video. And I did, in a fit of insanity, round all of the corners on this 1407 Planners insert, which took forever. Anyway, the setup for this planner will be linked down below, and there will be a new setup for this. My B6 setup will be out on Thursday, but the next setup after this will be a new pocket setup. And then as well, I keep a notes insert in here. This one is from Simply Gilded, and it's from the April mystery box, and this is just a blank insert. So, and I can use this for like journaling, for memory keeping, for notes, etc. Anything that I want to write down while I'm on the go or while I'm at home. And you can just pop that insert out and write on it. I'm not going to show you pages I've written on because it's actually, I do like a little bit of on the go, like if I just want to jot something down, and usually something about the kids, or like all my memory keeping stuff is about the kids, right? Because that's what my life is. I have 2 small children. And so that is how I use that planner. And so I think my next setup is gonna be in a sugar icing. So that is probably what will come with me to the beach, although I may set up this pink peppercorn as like a mermaid themed one. I'm like trying to fit in all of these TN setups, but I'm like running out of time before we go away. Okay, so next up we have my B6. You might notice she looks a little different than she did last week. The full setup for this will be coming out on Thursday, so I'm gonna try and show you as little as possible in this, think of this as a little sneak peek. Every time I do a new setup, I say this, but I think this is my favorite setup ever. Anyway, so this is my like early summer one. When I go on leave for my vacation, I think I'm going to be taking my Lush Sunflower, not this, but I was just like sick of my spring setup and felt like I needed to, you know, I had like all this early summer stuff from the Hello Petite paper kit. Anyway, so I'm gonna just try and show you my inserts that are in here without sneaking too much of this, and then I'm gonna talk about some of the new inserts that I will be having for July and for work, etc. Anyway, so the first thing I have in here is actually 2 perpetual calendars from Jasenia's Printables. One I use as like an actual, not as a perpetual calendar, but just as an annual calendar. So I put in like birthdays, holidays, appointments, anything like this. This has gotten like started to get more use as we've gone through. So like this is like actually like my monthly calendar at a glance. So this is like very essential for pre-planning, and you know, I add through this as soon as like something gets scheduled, I put it in here. So this does go out to December, and that is what I use it for. So then I have another perpetual calendar in here. This one is new for this setup, and I also have a couple of Rhodia dot grid note pages looped around it just for like some extra blank note space, etc. This is a breast milk log from the limited number of times that I've pumped anyway. Because I'm home, I don't need a lot of milk. It's just for like if I'm out and my husband's gonna give the baby a bottle. So we have, anyway, that's not important or planning related, but this one I used, I'm not going to show you, but I'll show you the blanket. It looks exactly the same, but I use this as a line a day memory keeper. So like every day I write like one thing or one line about the day, and that's been, I used to just have like a memory page in my like monthly setup, but this has been like way more effective and easier to keep up with. Plus this, even though I don't like take this out of the house with me, but like I don't go to work or anything, so everything stays here. But I do like carry this around the house with me. I put it in the kitchen. And I use this, this is like really my functional everyday to-do listing planner. So so it's easier for me to keep up with things that are in here versus my Erin Condren, which like stays in my office and doesn't get used like every single day, if that makes sense. So then after that, I have my weekly insert, and this is the week that I lost. I did use the Simply Gilded spread, the Simply Gilded Maybox stickers, and then as well a bunch of leftovers from Hello Petite paper and a couple of different Scribble Prints Co kits, although using heavily that January mystery kit, which was birthday themed, but it had like a lot of peach accents. So this, it's like really early Monday morning. I haven't even made my to-do list for the day, but this is my spread for the week. I think this is so cute. I used a lot of the washi from the kit. This is a week on 4 pages. I'll show you what a blank one looks like in, well, I'll just show you that now. Next week is the last week in this one, but I've already print and cut my new inserts of these, and when I will be taking this away with me. So it's just like a blank 2 pages, and then the weekend and a bunch of listing. So this is what I do with that. And here's the second page of my actual spread. I do like my to-do listing here. This I just use as like a little mini notes section. This is stuff I need to remind my husband about. This is like my top 3 for the week. This is for next week. I usually put a next week sticker here, but I didn't have one from Simply Gilded, so I just did a remember. And that is the second page of my spread. This is like pre-planning and to-do listing only. If like things change, I don't pull stickers up out of here. I'll just like cross it out, whatever. Like you can see I'll show you my one from last week completed. Like if I just cross something out because it didn't happen because the kids were sick. And then I just like check things off and write in as I go. So that is what this looks like. I did shoot a plan with me for that. So you can, that's linked below as well. So that's how I use this, and this has been super functional for me, and I really just love this insert so much. And then after that, now I have a monthly insert. This is an undated monthly insert from 1407 Planners, but it's really similar size to like the Annie Plans printable monthly spread or the Jasenia Principles one, so the stickers work on it pretty well. So I did this is a My Newest Addiction kit. May was the first time, or June was the first time I've used this, and I am going to keep going with this in July, and I'm going to just be doing like sort of the like pre-planning and like adding in appointments and stuff like that, but not like memory keeping this. So this is like really like a monthly calendar, if you will. And then the Erin Condren will have more monthly stuff, etc. And then the last thing I have in here is a like a food log, and some weeks are more successful than others, but I have been trying to keep this, and actually I really need to even check off the hydration stuff because that's actually become a little bit of a problem lately, which it usually is not for me. But so this is, I just write down everything I eat. Some weeks I do really well with it and some weeks I don't. I have found recently that if I try and write pretty, which I did this week, I'm more likely to keep it, like even when I'm not eating like all the like really great things. Like I had pie at like 10 in the morning on that Tuesday, but I still wrote it down because I was writing really pretty. So that I'm going to try and keep up with this until I go on vacation in July, but I said to myself that I don't need to, while we're away, I'm not going to track food. So that's this week. I actually have not had anything besides coffee yet to eat. So there is nothing written in here, but I am not behind. So that is the inserts I currently have in here. But I do have some new inserts coming. Sorry, they're like piled under my stack of planners. So this is the first new insert that I got. This will be in my July summer setup, and it'll go in my Lush Sunflower when I get that set up. And this is, it starts in July anyways, and this is the new Jasenia Printables, like one of them month on 2 pages. And I just thought this would be so functional for me to replace a lot of the things that I miss about my bullet journal. So I can have like an overall monthly to-do list here. I probably use this for like some stats tracking. I can use this calendar to like just like block off time, like vacation times and stuff like that. But also I'm gonna do like some of my YouTube scheduling in this little calendar. So like it's small, but you could still use it. And like the skinny bows from Simply Gilded, I think are going to be like perfect to use in here, like as for mapping off time. But other than that, and some icons, but other than that, I'm not really going to use like a ton of stickers, probably just the new skinny bows and that. And then I like the idea of going back to having like some kind of habit tracker. And I like that this one's like already set up. So I'm gonna be using this starting in July as sort of like a more like social media and like to-dos and habits like monthly layout. So not replacing or duplicating anything that's in my regular B6 spread, but just like kind of augmenting that in a way that I did have in my bullet journal that I don't have anymore. So I am really excited to try this out as well. Even though the monthly on 4 pages is like super tempting, I think the smaller size is gonna work for me. So then the next thing I haven't cut these yet, I've just printed them. This is also from Jasenia's Printables, and it was like a limited release, and it's like a get it done like work office themed checklist. So I'll show you kind of like what it looks like. And it's got like some listing and then some blank space. So I thought this would be great when I go back to work. So I just want to pick this up because it was a limited release. So this is going to go for extra listing for just for work things once I am back at work in September. So that's what I'm planning to use this for. So this will be not in my setup for a couple of months, but I have like already been hoarding things for my back to work TN setup, and I think I'm actually gonna get a new Foxy Fix for that as sort of like a your maternity leave is done present to myself. So anyway, so that's what I will be using that for in conjunction with my hourly planner, for like all my time tracking and stuff that I need to do for work. And then when my year is up in December, I can decide if I want to get another hourly Erin Condren to keep using that for work, or I might just get an insert, a TN insert for work, and make like a work TN, and I could do this and an hourly insert, like Any Plans Printables has one, or Justenia has one. So there's a lot of options for that as well. So I will decide on that after I spend a few months in the hourly for work. Okay, so that's everything for this video. I hope you guys liked getting a chance to see the spreads that I missed doing a plan with me for, or rather that I shot a plan with me for and could not post, which is more frustrating than just having planned off camera. I also hope you liked seeing how I've been using all my planners and my plans for my planners, which sounds like an absurd thing to say, but planners got a plan. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I'd love it if you subscribed, and definitely check me out on Instagram at mycraftyplans, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.